international cricket ground. Yeah, matchups talk about with the turn, hitting with the turn. That's what Dilip Nath will try to the left arm spinner.
Well, really a tough phase now between 7 and 15 overs. Mark Watt 5 for 27. Really good economy, 7.55 runs to the over, 114 wickets. So a lot of experience out there on the park. And Rohit and Nath, not as experienced as Watt, but they've got the opportunity to show the kind of talent they have.
Since the approach by Rohit, he's been on that aggressive streak ever since he's walked out.
Being 33, single, no kids, starting fresh in a new city, it can feel exciting, but it's also a little overwhelming.
That's nicely struck. Runs here. This time Jha does a good job of it. He keeps it to 2.
Pawan Sarraf, we were talking about him in the pre-match show, and a lot depends on him as well. A really good piece of fielding. It's limiting it to 2. Just too short for my liking. It is one of those pitches where you want the batsman to hit down the ground. Anything short gives the batsman enough time to rock back and play those horizontal back shots. It's when you make the batsman play forward, that's when he's in a little bit of trouble. When I say full, I don't mean half volley. That's bad bowling and gone. Sometimes a bad ball gets a wicket as well. Thank you very much, says Watt. I'll take that one any day of the week.
And if you look at it, Fazil, the last 2 dismissals have come of 2 ordinary deliveries. One a full delivery, this one short. Dilip Nath got the toe end of the bat. And Watt says thank you very much. Soft dismissal here, but the Yaks won't be complaining. He could have hit it to any part of the ground, handed it back to the bowler, and a very good catch by the end of it of his own bowling. Well done, Watt. Dilip Nath will have to depart for 6 in 4. It's 46 for 3. Yep. Good toss to win for the Yaks. A hero from the last game. Wickets, runs. Got the Lumbini Lions home. Great numbers. And what an ambassador to the sport in Afghanistan cricket Gulbadin Naib has been. What a T20 career he has.
Yes, he comes with a huge reputation. He's represented Afghanistan really well. And he's here as a pro. A lot of work now for the Lumbini Lions. Put into bat. 8 overs done, 47 for 3. It is really an uphill task from here.
Yeah, we have Jess Crow standing by with the local talent of Lumbini Lions, Adil Khan. Take it away, Jess.
That's right, I'm joined here by Adil Khan. Adil, the team are 47 for 3. What do you make of the performance?
It's fine. 2. Middle. No, earlier you took middle. This is middle stump. That is middle. Leg stump. Leg stump.
And being a local Nepal player, how nice is it to see the crowd coming in numbers every day?
Very happy because Saturday packed house. Hope so it'll be filled at the end of the day.
Now we're still early stages of the comp. How has it been gelling with the team so far?
Very fine, because the overseas guys are very friendly and our support staff are helping with the local guys to gel up together. First game we had a very good win. Hope so today we can go back with a good result.
And how important has the NPL been for the development of the game over here in Nepal?
Very well, because you see last tournament also a couple of guys making to the national side, and hope so this kind of tournament helps youngsters like us to make it in the national squad.
Now, when you do get your opportunity to step onto the pitch, what will your personal plan of attack be?
It's depend on the situation, on the condition, the wicket how is playing and how opposition are bowling. So we plan according to that.
Great stuff. Well, all the best for you and the team.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. Yeah, we'll be eager to see even Adil Khan on display at some point in time. But at the moment, the Yaks are putting on a very fine display with the ball and in the field.
Well, I think partly Lumbini Lions have themselves to blame, Mikhail. The way they came and approached right from the outset. Well, I just didn't like the planning here. Short, Jora, they had the pitch at its best. Yeah, you play shots like this, you'll get runs. You don't have to hit the cover of the ball. We have seen conventional cricket, timing, placement getting more premium than just going and hitting the ball and trying to take the leather off it. Now you saw beautifully played this by Gulbadin Naib. The 50 for the Lumbini Lion finally coming up in the 9th over. So they're slightly behind the 8 ball, but they need to catch up from here. Till the 15th over, these two need to be there to get a decent total. I think a total of about 165 to 170 will be a really good total. Anything above 170, you could consider that a close to winning score.
Yeah, the question is who's going to do the heavy lifting from here? Is it the same combination, Rohit and Naib once again?
Well, yes, these two have to be there till at least the 15th, 16th over, and then 3 or 4 overs at the back end if they have wickets in hand, which they will if these two are out there in the middle, especially Naib. He really holds the key to Lumbini Lions getting to that score of 170, maybe 175, and Rohit can just play that supporting role for now before he cuts loose.
Yeah, he's been trying that shot for a while. This time he'll find dividend as well. Nicely done, picked up the slow delivery, but the placement here was impeccable.
Well, 3rd time lucky for Rohit Paudel. 9 done, 56 for 3.
It's been a bit of a move on for the Lumbini Lions, but they're still off the boil at the moment in terms of the scores they need to have after 9 overs. And what's really adding problems here is the wickets column.
Well, like I said, they have themselves to blame. They came out there first use of the pitch. Didn't really like the way Jora approached the innings. Just trying to hit the cover of the ball. And now we can see Naib there timing the ball really well. And he's out there because this is what happened. A very innocuous ball by Watt straight back to him. So they'll be really hurting with the Lumbini Lions. Haven't played the smartest cricket. You just need to be smart in T20 cricket. Dilip Nath was found wanting there.
Yeah, 2 ordinary outings for him. Out for 10 in the last game, out for 6 in this. Given that important position of coming out at number 4 in T20 format. And while Watt is settling into a nice spell, good rhythm here. 1 for 5. There's some turn there, Fazal.
We've seen turn throughout the tournament, but it's slow turn. You can negotiate it. Off that back foot, it becomes a lot easier. The cut and the pull will come into the picture.
so many mind games as a bowler.
Be around now that Rohit Paudel will be thinking, what is the kind of score that we're looking at? I don't think it's a 190, 200 kind of wicket. 9 runs and all will get them 150. So I think around 170 is a very good score on this pitch. Nicely struck. They'll really have to dig deep over here. So about anywhere between 165 to 175 is a really good score. You get 170, I think it's par for this pitch. Anything above 170, Mikhail, I think it's a really good score.
Another very fine over. Just the 2 runs, make it 3 with that single coming of Watt's second over. Work to do for the Lumbini Lions. 59 for 3 at the halfway stage. And this will also mean with a tap on the watch, it's going to be an expert strategic timeout or education partner. It's Super Saturday, color, vibe, energy, everything in the TU Stadium over here, and the Dhaka Topis as well, and we are all putting up a collective effort. That's the My Dear AC, as it will reward one of the most energetic fan with a brand new AC as the coolest fan of the day. It was Ganga Dahal last evening. I was at the presentation over there. Who's winning it today? HD. What an atmosphere. Nepal always just keeps up with this intensity and love.
The support of the game, the love of the game is something that is just infectious.
Only the second doubleheader this time around, and it's the Kathmandu Gorkhas who will be taking on the Biratnagar Kings. The Biratnagar Kings look a sight to beat. Gorkhas a bit wounded, but they'll certainly want to come back. They're a good side as well. Nice contest, match number 8 loading in a short while from now. 17-year-old Bipin Sharma did really well against Afghanistan under-19 in the recent games that he played in. He should be a sure shot inclusion, very talented. Gulbadin Naib's had a very good 20-25 season, particularly against pacers, but if you take a look at spinners, his strike rate has dropped. Versus pace and spin, the strike rate is 187 to 111. So not a bad time to have spin employed from both ends if I'm Sompal Kami or HD. What a delivery, inside edge maybe. Lucky Gulbadin Naib.
Yeah, just a little scratch. just a little scratch. But so surprising that you mentioned that statistic, because of what he's brought up playing against. So many great spinners in the Afghanistan sort of setup that you would think that it would be the other way around.
Nicely tossed up. Good sign, right, when you see a young spinner tossing the ball up in the T20 format, HD?
Well, what we've seen Harmeet Singh do it, where he gives the ball some air, but still what's critical is you can't be too full. You can't toss it up and have no revolutions on it. You can't toss it up and bowl a half volley. You've got to be able to throw it up in the air, get revolutions on the ball, and land it on a good length. I want you to visualize someone rolling the cricket ball along a table, and when it gets to the end of the table, it falls off. That's what a spinner is trying to achieve, getting the ball to go up and then down quickly.
What a delivery, what a start here for Bipin Sharma. And Naib has been dismissed. The big man has to walk back. And just as we were talking about his problems against spin in 2025, Bipin Sharma strikes gold for the Yaks.
That's the length, and it just skids on. And that, I'm afraid, is one of the easier decisions that you'll have to make. So simple that Gulbadin Naib was halfway back. So the big hitter, he goes for 7, he struggles against spin. Continue, 61 for 4.
"17 years and 28 days. That's Bipin Sharma's age, but he's making an impact. It's been a gigantic effort. Sumit Maharjan gets his first game. Another young, talented batter. Very conventional in style, needs to be contemporary in approach. What a time for him to come out. Like the way Bipin Sharma mixed it up. Loopy deliveries, flatter with the arm.
I mean, that LBW was a lovely delivery. Just the arm ball, isn't it? You see it flat, and as a batter, you think, oh, that's short, so you play back. But it's not. It's just quicker and flatter through the air.
They're on a high, the Yaks. Good toss to win. He's asking questions, bowling in the width of the stumps.
So he bowls the ball up in the air, he bowls the ball up in the air, and Gulbadin Naib plays forward, and then that delivery he bowls flatter, and that's why Naib thinks, oh, it's short, I can play back, I can pull or I can cut, but you can't.
Yeah, the bow and arrow celebration as well coming out nicely, using the crease as well over here is Bipin Sharma. Successful over, wicket and 2 runs, 61 for 4. Yeah, the wickets column is hurting Lumbini Lions. They've fallen in regular intervals. Somebody needs to stand tall, stand up and stand out as well in this innings for them. Lovely to see 2 young spinners in operation. Yuvraj Khatri, Bipin Sharma. This is Nepal Premier League.
Yeah, these leagues are not necessarily always to fill the coffers of the home boards, but also to bring through the young players.
Nicely worked away straight to the fielder. Bit of a misfield. There it is, the NCL fan zone. Wouldn't mind being there for a couple of minutes just to feel the energy and vibe. Yeah, HD, from one end you have a 17-year-old bowling, from the other end you have an 18-year-old bowling.
And bowling to big players and tasting success, which will give them huge amounts of confidence when they do get their opportunities at the higher level.
He got a wicket in the very first over in the last game. Left arm orthodox spin of Bipin, leg spin of Yuvraj Khatri. Nicely played.
Well, one thing about Rohit Paudel, particularly last year, is he could play at a certain tempo because his team just lost so many wickets, so he scored heavily. This year, I think if he wants to take his tournament to the next level, he's just got to try and raise that tempo ever so slightly. Granted, his team are in trouble again here, but I just find sometimes he hits the ball to fielders too many times. Beautiful strokes, but straight to a fielder. That's ugly. Oh, trouble. Okay, we can breathe again.
So can Sumit. I'm not too sure if the second run was on. Calling needs to be very clear over here. Did try to bisect the field behind backward a square. What was just happening over there? Nandan Yadav, okay, he's a tall, lanky pacer. Somehow managed to get his foot, but a direct hit and Sumit Maharjan would have been walking back. Much better. Good tossed up delivery. Yeah, about Rohit Paudel that you were speaking, HD. But do batters sometimes bat to roles in a team, knowing how the entire combination is?
Absolutely, and I think that's what he does particularly well. I'm just saying is that he's a quality player, but I think he can be even better. And I think he just needs to be able to take that in, that tempo. Here's trouble, here's trouble. They've thrown the wrong end. They were so desperate to run out Rohit Paudel that they threw to his end. Instead, a throw to the keeper would have surely seen the end of Sumit. Instead, they survived. 12 gone, 66 for 4.
Yeah, good turnout. It's a holiday, 2 matches, so you can expect a full house at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground. The selfies will be out and the smiles as well. Meanwhile, work to do for the Lions. He needs to be careful here. Both the batters, their arm delivery is very deceptive. They've been sharp in the field, the Yaks.
Big jump, but I think he collapses a little bit at the crease. He bowls the ball from quite low down. I think if you can get, you've got to go over that front leg, over his right leg. And I think his right leg just collapses a little rather than being braced, and that spinner goes over the top of it, and that allows that ball. Remember, I spoke to you about how that ball rolls off a table. That's what you want. You want to get the ball to go up and then quickly down, and that deceives the batter.
The loop and the dip, is that what you're talking about? At the moment, even if they go at 9 and over, max of 140 is what they'll touch. They have 6 wickets in hand. Lovely hit over the bowler's head, down the ground, out of the ground as well. That's a decisive blow from the bat of Rohit. He's the leading run getter in NPL across first and second for a Nepali player right now.
Yeah, he's a very fine player, and this is a very good shot. Just slightly over-pitched. And that's that length that we've been speaking about so often. You can't afford to be full. The ball doesn't turn from that full.
Half-hearted appeal, yes, no, once again a bit of confusion in that calling. Yeah, he spoke about Rohit. His best is 95 in season 1. Was there some glove on that? Yeah, sometimes I get the impression Rohit's playing the role of Binod Bhandari, but Binod has support. Do the Lions have support like that?
Yeah, they do, but they just haven't had it here today. But I think what Rohit's plan here is to take it as deep as he can, maybe to over 15, and then say, okay, I'll now try and accelerate a little bit more, because the last thing you want is to get bowled out. I'm just speaking from a personal perspective, is I think he can take his game to the next level. 13 gone, 75 for 4.
Put into bat the Lions 75 for 4 and not being able to unleash the shots they would have liked to. This is high. Fielders converging. Jersey number 13, Pawan Sarraf puts it down. He had to cover a lot of ground. Rohit survives, and a roar in the crowd.
Well, this was a little out of character, wasn't it? Came out of nowhere, played a great shot the previous over, but this is not full enough. And it catches the toe end of the bat. Paudel survives. That should have been caught. Should have been caught. Once you get there, once these professional cricketers get to the ball, they expect to hang on to it.
I like Yuvraj Khatri's imagination heart while bowling here.
He's looking to go over mid-wicket there. And the ball just gets away from him, Rohit Paudel.
Rohit Paudel in T20s in 2025 has been out to leg spinners on 4 occasions in 9 innings. Do these stats play on the back of your mind as moments and instances, HT?
Maybe, but I think what they do is they show a red flag on the opposition statistician. The opposition statistician will look at that, bring it to the attention of the coach and the captain, and that's why you see what they call these matchups.
Bosisto, he'll not drop many. He's been brilliant today, and the ball's following him, and he's doing a top job of it. Spinners are ruling the roost. Bipin Sharma sometime back, Yuvraj Khatri, now the Yaks right on top of the game.
Not that you pick fielders to hit the ball to, but if you are, this is not the one to do it to. He caught an absolute specky earlier on. This one a little easier. Not easy, just a little easier than his earlier catch. But a lovely bit of bowling again by Yuvraj. He's been very impressive as Sumit goes for 4. It's 78 for 5.
Half the side back in the dugout for the Lumbini Lions. Problems here as JJ Smit comes out. Very good batter. A genuine all-rounder in the side. Numbers tell a wonderful story. What a time to come out. Rohit Paudel has seen things fall at the other end. He's batting on a 40 out of the 78 scored.
The nice thing about these two young spinners that we've seen is that they've tried to spin the cricket ball. So often in T20 cricket, we see spinners come in, just try and dart it, bowl wicket to wicket. But these young spinners have been brave. You've used that word brave before, Mikel, where they've tried to spin the cricket ball.
got to be unafraid in the T20 format. They say don't get scared of being hit for sixes, because that also presents an opportunity. What an over from Khatri. 4 runs and the wicket, 79 for 5. Now on a high, the Karnali Yaks, the spinners doing a fabulous job from both ends. JJ Smith has a strike rate of 166 in 2025 with the bat. He's the man to have for this moment.
He's a very fine striker of the ball, JJ Smith. Normally he just likes to give himself 3 or 4 balls to have a look. But very strong all the way from mid-off, maybe even extra cover, all the way to deep mid-wicket. If you get it up full to him, he'll hit you back over your head.
This is exactly what you were talking about with Rohit Paudel operating. Just the nudges and the deft touches as well. Great outing here for the spinners. I'm just liking the look of Karnali Yaks. How quickly things change about the perception about a team, right? Match after match, HT. Just trying to create some room and space over here. Oh wow, this is the HP Petroleum commentary box, NPL Season 2. Yours truly with the great man, HT Ackerman in Ataka Topis, and we are loving it. We feel so Nepali over here. HT, looking really nice on you.
Yeah, I just want the traditional Momo here in the commentary box, and then I will feel Nepali. I'm half there.
We'll do that right away. Yeah, he's just trying to break the shackles here, Rohit Paudel. You just wonder what's a good score. Does the score keep changing in your mind as you see the wickets fall and surface playing the way it is?
Yeah, constantly changes. I think the goals are constantly changing. That's what he's capable of doing. He's a big fella. He bowls a left arm spin, but I tell you what, he can wield the willow as well. JJ Smith, he is no mug with the cricket bat.
And sometimes you just wonder, when you're bowling so well with those slow turners, why would you want to go for a quick arm ball and become so predictable as well? He's been trying that shot for a while. This time he had that extra bit of pace and width as good over this for the Lumbini Lions. JJ Smith will keep strike. 9 runs coming off it, 88 for 5.
Critical partnership, this one. The Lions need a big final 5. And they've got the perfect 2 men to do it. The consistency and quality of Rohit Paudel. And the fireworks of JJ Smith, although he's not picked that googly there. Nicely bowled by the teenager. Not even 17 yet, I don't believe. Yuvraj Khatri. Good googly, this one. This is why Stuart Law's head was turned by the young wrist spinner back in May during those inter-squad games building up to the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2 tour of Scotland. I think it's a matter of if, not when, he plays for Nepal. Very talented youngster. Delighted to have Fazal come and join me. Fazal, the Lions haven't had much go their way, but if they have a big final 5, 140 could be a total that they can defend.
Well, 9 from here will get 131, Andrew. So they'll need to really bat out of their skins to get anything close to that 145, 150. And I think 150, despite the kind of pitch that it is under par. Karnali Yaks will consider themselves having done a really good job winning the toss, electing to field first. And this young kid is really impressed all here.
Nicely played. Worked behind square on the leg side, gets to the rope. JJ Smit, that's not an area he usually goes to. It's almost always down the ground with the broad, powerful shoulders that he has. But he's manipulated that nicely, gets an important boundary.
Well, yes, shows us that he's got that in his repertoire as well. It's that loose delivery. More importantly, you need to put it away, and he did. They need the boundary. They need to get on with it in these last 5 overs. Lumbini Lions, it's not a 94 for 5 pitch for sure.
Doesn't quite get it. Only pick up the single. Yeah, the reason I'm saying and speculating could 140 be enough, outside of Panchal, really nobody looked like they had any flow or touch with the bat for the Yaks. So much so that poor old Max O'Dowd actually has found himself left out. I suspect the Mark Watt experiment will be just for that one game. I can't see him up at number 3 again. I agree it would be under par, but I just wonder, can they get up to something they could defend? As Paudel goes downtown, that'll help. 100 comes up in some style. Rohit Paudel only knows one way in this Nepal Premier League. That's to carry the load and to score runs. It's 101 for 5. .13 runs from that over, the second best of the innings thus far, and you just sense it might be the launching pad for a big final 4. I know there's skills of Nandan Yadav and Sompal Kami to come. They may well bowl the final 4 death overs. I think Paudel and Smit will enjoy the pace on the ball. It will be Kami now to bowl the 17th. They have so many bowling options, the Yaks. Pawan Sarraf, who's generally picked as an off spinner when he plays the international team, yet to even bowl.
Perhaps they don't need him in this particular game, but I'm just bemused by the way the Lions have gone about this innings of theirs, Andrew. They didn't start really well. They tried to go hard in the first 6 overs, didn't work out for them, and then they were caught like deers in headlights, and suddenly they 101 for 5, must be really wondering what to do from here.
Really well bowled. This might be the knuckle ball, or definitely some kind of slower ball. Now, hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching from around the world. We know that the demand is such in the Valley that every game or close to it will be sold out, completely sold out today. So if you are at home, Dish Home Go is the official OTT streaming platform of the Nepal Premier League 2025. Every country in the world apart from India, where you can watch the action on Fancode and Star Sports. Download and subscribe that Dish Home Go app now. Get involved and enjoy every ball of the Nepal Premier League. Bang! Out the ground goes JJ Smit. Literally, Smit can hit.
Straight up his alley, wasn't it? Dug in shot, immediately latched onto that, citing the fact that he could pick up 6 runs for the team, which they so dearly need. There it is, just a little rock back, and he put it away in style. That's out of the ground. There it is once again, just rocking back. 1, 2, and that's out of the ground. Landed on the top tier, just off the roof of the ground. 181 he's striking with. Jonathan Smit. New balls, please, Andrew.
He's a massive hitter, is Johannes Jonathan Smit, JJ as he's famously known. He made his first international century this year. That came down in Africa. 111 that was against Kenya. That's our Bajaj Pulsar. Precision strike just like JJ Smith's, clean and sharp. Pure next-gen Pulsar accuracy. Namibia were very impressive down in that T20 World Cup qualifier for the Africa region, coming through alongside the host Zimbabwe. Uganda it was that missed out this time. They didn't actually get through the groups despite qualifying last year. And the talk I hear is that in 3 days' time in Mumbai, we will hear the T20 World Cup groups announced. There's a few rumours about them online. Ignore those. The official announcement as to who Nepal will play is, oh dear, that's going to be 5 freebies. 150 is looming large, if not more, on the horizon. That's 11 runs from one legal delivery.
Well, they certainly need a big over here. They certainly started well, but very poor wicket keeping there. Need to get the body behind the ball as the second line of defense. Just letting that go through his legs won't impress the skipper. They have it under control, the Yaks. They don't want to let them get away here, the Lions.
Played into the offside, going to be a single. Paudel on 49. His consistency and his quality and his leadership for someone who's still such a young man. Remember last year when he captained that T20 World Cup, youngest captain in World Cup history. He's an extraordinary character.
Well, I'm really impressed with him amongst the others that I am. Rohit Paudel, the incumbent skipper of the Nepal side. He's leading the Lumbini Lions here as well. And he's really calm under pressure. Just take a look at his face. A picture of concentration, composure. And he's on 49 or 42.
Gone. Just looking to work the single to make it a third 50, and it's the trademark Zen celebration from Sompal Kami. We saw the Buddha-inspired bit of yoga that's come from Monty Desai, the former head coach. We saw that pulled out in Oman. It's now here at the Nepal Premier League. Big wicket.
Well, absolutely, and it's come at a very crucial juncture. Very disappointed is Rohit Paudel. He needed to end well, unfortunately. Going one shot of that well-deserved 50, gone for 49 or 43. The Lions now in the 17th are 113 for 6.
Ruben Trumpelmann. Now this man, his batting has come on leaps and bounds over the course of the last 2 to 3 years. Actually started his career all the way down at number 10, number 11. He's found his way. Points batting as high as number 6 for Namibia. He hits a massive ball, a little bit limited, mainly down the ground towards long on. But can hit into the leg side too, just like that. And he starts with a boundary. This hasn't been the best over from Sompal Kami, despite the big wicket of Rohit Paudel.
This Trumpelmann, a nice little gift on his pads. Doesn't disappoint the Lumbini Lions fans out here. It is just a little tickle around the corner. No fielder there. Very easy pickings. One bounce and over the boundary cushions. Will make him feel really good. 10 runs and over from here will get them to 149. They so desperately need to get there.
Biggest over the innings, 17 runs come from it, and things trending in the right direction. Our second biggest over the innings, 118 for 6. great atmosphere. Lots of Dhaka Topis on show. A show of national pride and unity. Now, whilst we were on break there, Mark Watt had taken his cap and his sunglasses off and given them to the umpire. He's only bowled 2 overs. He often bowls at the death for Scotland. And then he was rather unceremoniously given a tap on the shoulder. Out you go.
Well, I like the way you described that, unceremoniously. And he didn't look very happy about it. He just took his cap and went to short fine.
Big hit into the leg side. Gets enough of it. This man hits a massive ball. He looks like Ivan Drago, does Ruben Trumpelmann. And he hits a bit like him too.
Just take a look at this. This is all muscle and timing as well. He just picked it up and deposited it over square leg for a huge hit. Huge hit there. Second 6 for him. Wonder why he didn't come out a little earlier, Andrew.
I think this is a misstep. Mark Watt has been under-bowled. He's been underutilised. Just 2 overs. Gets the Yorker in. Another poor piece of keeping. It has not been his day with the gloves at all. Really struggled as Arjun Gharti. 2 leg byes given away. Now, for those into their yoga, as we know Monty Desai is, Sompal Kami pulled this celebration out during that T20 World Cup qualifier, and he told us afterwards that it was a tribute to his former head coach. The lotus position, or the Padmasana. Have a look at this. Great scenes of joy.
A real Zen moment, isn't it? Amidst all the roars around, Zen in the middle of the ground, playing a miss outside that off stump, missed opportunity, another very lucky take from the wicket keeper.
Just doesn't look like he's getting enough behind it. I know it's tricky for Sompal Kami, firstly being a bowler that captains, but secondly the scale of bowling options that he has. It's a bit like Rohit Paudel's juggling act he has to do for the national team. Just 2 overs from Mark Watt. They've only gone for 7, and there's 2 right-handers at the crease. He's been underutilised. That's wasted resource. Good skills, another off-cutter, and another mistake, a fumble from the keeper. It almost requires a different set of skills fielding those slower balls than your normal glove work.
Well, there'll be some kind of communication between bowler and wicketkeeper. So most teams, the wicketkeeper knows when the slow delivery is coming up, Andrew. So at this level, when you're playing the highest possible level in Nepal, T20 cricket, the wicketkeeper should know exactly what his frontline bowler is going to bowl and not keep guessing all the time.
Yeah, you can get a signal in when the batter's not looking. This time will be a wide. Do you think it will ever push towards the way baseball has gone, where it's actually the catcher who's making the signal as to what to bowl? Or do you think the bowler's always going to have that presence of mind and strength of what he wants to do?
Well, I think a few countries around the world, that's already started to happen. I see Rishabh Pant doing that. I saw Mahendra Singh Dhoni doing that. Just trying and just indicating to the bowler that perhaps he could use this line of attack or defense, as the case may be. So it's already begun there.
Hits this nicely into the gap, but the fielder does very well. William Bosisto. Great throw from the deep, forces Trumpelmann and Smit to hurry. Good communication between the 2 Namibians. That was a fantastic catch earlier, wasn't it? Earlier on from Bosisto, the catch of the tournament probably.
Well, yes, absolutely. I mean, it was a real classic catch, and if there was an award for the best catch of the tournament, you could partly give it to Bosisto right away. Good running between the wickets. It's a really interesting time now. Couple of overs after this, 130, they have to get that 150, Andrew.
Yeah, we've seen a few crackers, haven't we? Paudels and Bosisto. This goes off the top edge. Now deep backward square, nestles underneath it and holds on. That's a good catch from the youngster. Another teenager in the deep. Nandan Yadav, no big celebrations from him, but it's a big wicket as JJ Smit perishes, looking for a big hit into the leg side.
But the youngster, the leg spinner Yuvraj, under pressure. That was a Trumpelmann. It was a steepler. Yuvraj Khatri, the leg spinner, taking a nice catch. Thank you very much, he says to the heavens. And I think he's done his job for the team. The big man will have to leave after a cameo of 23 or 14. The Lions now are 130 for 7.
Here's the young man who's come through the talent hunt, the first to get their bow this season. Here's Mark Watts. I think somebody might have been listening to our commentary, pleading with Sompal Kami to get Mark Watt into the attack. He can't bowl his 4, but he will bowl 3. This is a very good catch held by the youngster, the teenager, out at deep backward square leg.
Well, yes, that was quite the steepler, and he would know that Trumpelmann is the man there. I like the catch, but I must say,
Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
it's just that celebration needs to be contained a little bit. I see the kids here just getting a little carried away with that lovely bowling. That's exactly what you were trying to say. Just take.
Brilliant bowling, the arm ball. Don't think it was picked. Nandan Yadav does enough. Yeah, look, I fully agree. I understand the hype and the excitement about this league, and I want people to show joy, but I think this, to be honest, is okay. But maybe just throw it into the sky, not into the ground. Just some of the adrenaline getting carried away.
Yours, yeah.
I think this is out. It is, it's given. Outstanding from Mark Watts. And poor Samir Ali, nothing he can do. Trumpelmann pumped it back towards the bowler, gets the dive in. Might have hurt him a little bit as well, but he's picked up an 8th wicket for his side.
Just showing exactly how important a role he has to play in this side. Watt, not only does he keep it quiet, but a very athletic piece of fielding as well. It was really drilled down the ground. He was lucky that it got the pinky on the way, and Samir Ali was short. Umpire, no hesitation in giving that out. Unfortunately, Samir Ali, just the 1 run for him. The Lions now a little deep in trouble, 132 for 8.
Yours. Come on, man.
Well, an unbelievable over really, this from Mark Watts. It's only gone for 3. Bit of fortune picking up the wicket, but all of that momentum that was building up with the pace on the ball, it's been extinguished.
This is the opportunity for Sher Malla. He's got the 1 delivery to swing over long on or deep mid wicket. I'm sure Watt will be aware of the fact that he hit a long ball as well. So mid wicket, long on, coming your way.
And for me, this ball is almost a bit of a freebie. The last thing you want is a single. Trumpelmann's got to face the 20th and final. Give him as much opportunity to drive it up towards that 150. So the free hit, he gets it all, and he's going to get a maximum. Great credit to Sher Malla, the first delivery. It's the best possible result. Trumpelmann will have the strike, and at 6 off the first delivery he faces this season for Sher Malla. 139 for 8. hammered a long way. Big hit from Trumpelmann, the wrong line from Nandan Yadav. And Trumpelmann having a big impact in his first ever MPL season. Player of the match in game 1 for his bowling, and now shining with the bat.
Certainly the player of the innings so far for the Lions. Just a couple of steps down, swiveling on that back foot, and take a look at where it lands. Huge hit. Oh, he's put it down.
Don't think we've had a crowd catch yet. They keep dropping everything. More momentum, back-to-back sixes across the innings. The first one going to Sher Malla, who'll have his role to play with the ball in the second half. And now pressure on Yadav. Responds well, gets into the block hole. Trumpelmann wants the second. Can Sher Malla go back? Throw goes to the keeper's end. Oh, I think we might just go upstairs here. Umpire Wimal Siri says not out.
Well, initially Trumpelmann thought he'd throw to the non-strikers, and then when he saw the throw coming to his end, he just put in a few big strides, and in the end, just there it is, just ambling across now. Oh geez, those huge legs, that big frame, just 5 or 6 steps and he was home.
Oh, just stand and admire. He deals in maximums. More than a shade of Ivan Drago to Ruben Trumpelmann at 6 more. His 3rd maximum.
Perhaps the best of them all, because it was not that bad a delivery. Came a couple of steps down, picked up the length and went through the ball. He absolutely teed off on that. Much like your driver, 380-yard drive. Muscle man, Trumpelmann, what do you call him?
Oh, well, I'm going to nickname him Ivan Drago. Do you remember the Rocky films? Rocky 4, I think it was. There is more than a hint of that to the big man. I think he's going to be a real fan favourite this year for the Lumbini Lions. A great signing. He's back at full fitness. Spent much of the last few years in real trouble. 2 sixes in the over already. Can't make it a 3rd, but he does take the single. Interesting call. Should he have kept the strike?
Absolutely. They've got the 150, the Lumbini Lions, in the 20th over. They could have got perhaps 160 or maybe even 164 or 66 if Trumpelmann was on strike. But now Sher Malla out there, he's got the capacity to strike big as well. The one delivery that he's faced went over the ropes. He's got 2 opportunities now, 2 legal opportunities. Can he go big? Twice more.
Still wonder against the pacey Yadav, maybe single the best result, and can Trumpelmann get 1 more over the ropes then? The 150's been brought up with that massive 6. Not a bad result. Tell you something, don't rule out the 160 coming up here, and given where they were through this innings, given the fact there was 52 dots, the majority of those in the first half, they've done really well in the final 5 here, already accumulating 67.
Yeah, that 67 is the key really, and Trumpelmann was the architect of those last 5 overs. Rohit Paudel, he must be breathing a little better now. At one stage it looked 140, now they're looking at 160. If they can get to 160, they'll have a score on the board.
I think the Lions have a very strong bowling attack. They're not favourites at the halfway stage, but they're going to have a real chance. Can't get it. And despite the slight fumble, they're not going to run the second, despite having a look for it. Just a single. Trumpelmann's going to finish with 29 not out. Big impact from the big man, striking at over 200. He'll have work to do with the new ball in his hand. And the Lions, given how the majority of that innings went, I think they'll be pretty satisfied with their total of 156 for 8.
Well, absolutely. After a very poor first 6 overs, just 36, and they lost to 1 wicket, 52 between over 7 and 15, and then 68 between over 16 and 20. There it is. They didn't start very well. Sundeep Jora, 8 balls scratched around, did Arcy shot before he threw it away. Rohit Paudel then dug in deep, got 49 or 43. Then there were a few failures there. And then that big man, JJ Smit, turning things on its head a little bit. And Ruben Trumpelmann, or Muscleman as I'd like to call him, really muscled himself to that 29 or 14, taking them to that score of 156 for 8. Something to bowl at, but still under par in my opinion.
The reason I think they've got such a strong chance is the momentum they've taken in the bowling attack that they have. Plenty of them used, and still no Pawan Sarraf this season, which is a big surprise. But every single one of the bowlers, apart from Will Bosisto, picked up at least one. And I thought the pick of them for me was Mark Watt, underused. This is the key here, isn't it? Look at the pick-up in momentum, the surge towards the death.
Well, yes, I've always believed that those first 6 overs are really important. You need to have a really good first 6 overs, and if you do that, the 7 to 15 is the rebuilding phase or the building phase. 52 or 4, that's where they are made up. And then the back end, if you have wickets in hand, they did not have wickets in hand, yet they got those 68 and they lost those 3 wickets. Just imagine if they had a good middle phase and an early phase. Lumbini Lions have got the runs on the board. They have a decent bowling side, so it could be a real match on hand.
Okay, let's get down to Jess. She's got JJ Smit with her.
That's right, I'm here mid-innings, joined by JJ Smit. JJ, 23 off 14 for yourself. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult at the start, getting used to the ball, just skidding on low, but I tried to adapt quickly and adapt better and just got a few away, yeah.
And the wicket seemed a little bit difficult to assess at some points. Was that the case for you?
Yeah, I think the whole batting lineup, the top order struggled a little bit just to find that timing in the start, but I think the way we pulled it back and got ourselves a decent score should be defendable if we bowl well.
Walking out onto the field today, what was your thought process?
Just show intent, and then the result will take care of itself.
Now with ball in hand, plan of attack?
Slow it up as much as possible. Yeah, I think so.
Great stuff. And 157, defendable score. Confident?
Yeah, if we bowl well, bowl and field well, I think if we improve 10% of our on our fielding from the last game and bowling, I think we'll be fine.
Great stuff. All the best for you and the team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Back to comms.
And thank you, Jess, and great to hear JJ Smith's thoughts. The target is indeed 157. I think this game hangs on a knife edge, and it could very much go either way. Don't go anywhere too far, though. We'll have all the action from the second innings in a few moments' time.
Thanks, guys. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Andrew.
Pleasure.
Lovely. Lovely.